recording now? Everything good? Plugged in?
So we're rolling now?
We're rolling now.
Okay.
All right. You are right. There's a clap. Hey, you are now tuned in to Respect the Connect. I'm your host, Johnny James, and I'm back again with a few of my nearest and dearest. Jay might have bought a fuck bot while I was gone. Trav is in the building.
Definitely did not.
What's poppin', Jay?
Man, just chilling, bro.
Chilling.
Feels weird to be back here on this Sunday.
It
dog.
does feel kind of weird, dog. It's been about 5 million years, feels like.
5 million.
Len Words already
Yeah.
said he was going to buy a fuck bot.
Yeah.
What's poppin', Len Words?
I'm waiting on that $5,000 check so I can get
so
one.
you can get one?
Yeah.
Shout out to
You think they'd
fucking-
be five G's?
I would say
What makes it five? What makes it 5 G's that they're gonna give us? Why
It's
that
just
number?
a nice round number, I
it's
think.
I think so too. But before we get into all that other fuckery, right? Episode 99 makes some motherfucking noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully we're able to conserve the beginning part because I'm going to tell the audience we're going to break the fourth wall here. Dom kind of fucking dropped the ball, man, and stopped recording the podcast. We had the greatest intro of all time, and we may not have it. So if we start at the intro, just know Dom is on thin ice here. So we started out talking about Bone Thugs. We're going to circle back because, man, we had a whole good conversation. So please, technology gods, let us have the beginning of this motherfucking podcast. Bone Thugs. Underrated.
Underrated.
Yeah?
Underrated.
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
That new
I
J.
grew
Cole
up.
track you played kind of had like a Bone Thug sound.
It
bro.
did.
A little bit.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
I'm
could see that.
surprised people haven't come back with that multi-layer harmony situation because that was dope.
Man,
that
it was
super
so
dope.
ahead of its time.
Yeah, it really was.
I remember I had a DVD. Yes, fuckers, I'm old. I had a DVD where Crazy Bone was talking about the first shit that he spit for Eazy-E, right? And it was like crazy, like, because they were like, he's like, yo, so I heard you guys' like demo, boom, boom, boom. And they're like, hey, Crazy, go spit that crazy shit for him. And he handed him the phone. And Crazy Bone was like, Crazy Bone is bucking it once again. And he just started spazzing, bro. Mm-hmm. I remember seeing that. And I was like, oh, shit, dude. Like, they were so different, bro. Like, they came out at a time when everybody was like East Coast, West Coast, right? And everybody was so just kind of like stuck in their ways. Everybody, I wouldn't say everybody sounded similar, but there was absolutely nothing that sounded like Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, crucial conflict.
Are you with me? Mo murder, mo murder, mo murder. Man, who's your favorite out of the group? Len Words.
Out of Bone?
Yes.
I'd probably go Crazy, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
They all had their moments.
Yeah. That was the thing. It was cool to listen to their music because every album or every song, really, some of them would just spaz out and they'd be like leader of the pack.
Yep.
And like Lazy Bone had a couple of like just fierce.
Oh, yeah.
Like verses. So I don't
think
know. Crazy though. Crazy. I remember specifically thinking that, man, I gotta wait. When's Crazy gonna get on there?
Yep.
I want to hear it.
You were anticipating his verse. I did the same, bro.
Yeah.
Man, for the Art of War, that double disc.
Bro.
Sheesh, bro. I was in the 7th grade, dog. Man, bro. And they were the only artists to have Pac and Big features, right? And that was the only time that Big really referenced the beef. I think, so the Tupac fan, you know, obviously we already know where I stand on that. I always leaned towards Pac's verse, right? That song in general, right? But as I've gotten older, bro, and I've listened to both those records like
Notorious
1,000
Thugs
times.
versus what's the one with Pac?
Thug Love.
Pop. Thug Love.
Had to catch a plane out to Cleveland late last evening. So listen.
Armed and dangerous. Ain't too many
Dominican
can bang with us.
Straight up, we know angel dust. Label us notorious.
That's crazy.
Brother,
Yes, bro.
I'm saying, it took me years, right? And I can't even believe I'm about to admit this. But Big did Bone Thug's style better than Bone Thugs.
I was just about to say that, bro.
He spazzed on that verse, dog.
You don't think he
Nah, he did a
held his
nice
own?
approximation. He held his own. He did a nice approximation. It was a good version, but he was not doing Bone.
I think he did. I mean, he sounded better than Wish. So do you like the Pac record better than the Notorious Thugs?
No, Notorious Thugs is
Pac's verse is hard,
it's
dog.
screaming,
like it's like
yeah.
But when you put the verses side by side,
Yeah.
and you schematically place them together, metaphors and all that delivery and stuff, yeah, it outdoes Pac's verse for sure.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
Oh yeah.
And I got man, I had the pleasure of doing a quick little tour with Lazy Bone back in like I don't know 2013, something like that, and we're on stage with him, you know, me and my little brother. I look at my little brother, I'm like, we grew up listening to fucking Bone Thugs, dog.
Yeah.
We used to sit there and analyze their lyrics, bro. I look at my little brother, I'm like,
We on stage.
how the fuck we get here, dude? Like, this is crazy. And Lazy Bone, he's all, man, you know, I fuck with Big, right? And he played, the whole crowd's going crazy. He's all, man, I got none but love for Big, man. He's all, but hold up. Cuts the record, he's all, Pac was my guy for real. And it went straight into the Pac verse, a cappella. Bro, I was ready to just like kick someone in the teeth.
Off the stage.
That was one, you know, I've talked about there's moments in your career where you kind of look around and you're like, oh, how the fuck we get here? That was one of them.
That was.
Yeah, what is that? It's just called imposter syndrome. People
Yeah.
talk about on the internet nowadays. There's a new syndrome
Every
every other week.
Yeah.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
I wasn't feeling that. I was just feeling excited to be there.
Yeah.
Because guess what? I'm not a fucking imposter, dog. I'm me. Go feel your imposter syndrome on TikTok. Get out of here. I don't hear the new syndromes.
Right.
All right, man.
So
Fucking week off, bro.
So how was Swamp People now, bro? You're a swamp person.
a little bit, dog.
He's a gator chaser.
So I didn't stay in the swamp, right? We were in a bougie ass place. We stayed in Saint Augustine.
Okay.
It was fucking nice. A fucking private beach. It was fucking bougier than fuck, right? Florida was pretty fucking awesome, man. I ain't even gonna lie. Daytona, I've said this before, like I didn't really grow up watching NASCAR. Mon Karani did, so like it was kind of like just like an ancillary character in the background every now and then. Like, but to go to Daytona, which is like their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Bro, that track is fucking massive, bruh. It's 2.5 miles.
Around. On
Brother,
one lap is 2.5.
2.5 fucking miles. And on TV, it looks like it's wide as shit, right?
Yeah.
So when the cars go 3 wide, you're like, oh, yeah, no, whatever. Bro, that shit is narrow as fuck. And it's almost straight up and down, bro.
Really?
On TV, it looks flat.
Yeah.
Bro, these cars are like sitting like this.
No way.
No shit. And yeah, it was fucking super, super dope. I liked Florida a lot. Really humid. You know, my desert ass was out there like, oh, dude, oh my God. Make sure and bring some Desitin just in case you fucking get a rash on your thighs. Balls coming back red as shit. I think, though, my favorite Florida story right now is going to be, and I saved it for the pod. I was going to make myself a little tic-tac about it, but I saved it for the podcast because I figured it was an appropriate place to talk about this situation. So we're on pit road. This is the night of the race. And we're like right behind all the races and stuff. We're chilling there. And dude's kicking it. I guess he's from Florida, right? Mm-hmm. And Ryan's assistant, they're from the same town. So they start chopping up game, right? And he's like, what's up, bro? Where are you from? And I was like, oh, man, I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Buddy says, bro, I am so happy you're in this country now.
Oh, bro.
I am so happy for you. This is a great place. I hope you make a great life for you and your family. Okay, listen. Normally I'd be like, motherfucker, we're from the United States, right?
Yeah.
But that was from the heart, dog. Buddy really meant that shit, bro.
Uh-huh.
He really wanted me to have a good life, bro, me and my family. So I told him, you know what, dog? We are going to have a good life. I couldn't pop his little bubble, bro, because it was from the heart, dog. There was no malicious intent. He really did want me to have a good life, and he was happy that I was in this country. You know what? I'm happy I'm in this country too, dog.
Yeah.
It's got its problems, but I wouldn't want to be from anywhere else. I couldn't believe it. People think that when I tell these stories, I'm like adding, like I'm exaggerating them, bro. If anything, I'm toning them down.
He said, welcome to America.
Welcome to America.
Wow.
But it wasn't from, like, because everybody's always like, oh, it's fucking racist. And, like,
Yeah.
you know, that shit's everywhere, dog. I don't care where the fuck. There's racism fucking 5 minutes down the street if you want to go look for it.
Yeah.
He really wanted me to have a good life, bro. So I hit me in the chest, dog. For a minute, I was like, am I really from this country? What the fuck?
Ooh, gracias.
Gracias. So
Wallet.
Yeah.
Wallet.
That was a good memory. That's gonna be a good story.
That was nice.
And bro, we were driving to the airport, right? It was like we were on I-25, right?
Mm-hmm.
Picture you're going to fucking Belen or whatever, and there's just bodies of water everywhere. Like it's just swampland, dog. Like you can see the trees are different. It's greener than down here. Everything about the landscape is completely different. So we're driving and there's this huge ass like body of water on the side. It wasn't the ocean, but it was like a swamp. Just bodies of water everywhere. So we're driving. I'm like, is that a fucking bush? Fuck no, bro. It was a fucking alligator on the side of the goddamn freeway.
Nice.
And not just like an iguana, like a fucking
Like
alligator, dog, like a
you'd see
fucking
in a zoo out
dinosaur.
here,
100%. I'm like, what the fuck? This is crazy. So I recorded my little spiel, put that shit up. Boom, everybody's like, oh, that ain't shit. Wait till you see the boa constrictors that start hanging from the trees.
Nah, fuck that.
I was like, what?
Fuck that. Yeah.
Is this Florida or Australia, dog?
Nah, man.
And then the other homie's like, man, I lived here for like about 25 years. He's like, think of it this way. The alligators down here are like the road runners up there in Albuquerque. That's how
They're
much
that
you see
common?
them. That's how common they are.
Oh, wow.
He said he had one that used to climb his fence.
An alligator?
An alligator.
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine you go outside for your coffee or your moonshine? I don't even know what they drink down there.
It's a gator just
climbing your
hanging out.
fence?
Just, what's up, Jay?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I ate your
Having my
dog.
coffee.
I ate your dog. Another person
He was
said that's
delicious.
why there's no coyotes out there. They wouldn't be able to survive.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see that video of that guy? He's like walking his dog, and the fucking alligator gets his dog, and he has like a cigar in his mouth, bro. It's an older guy, bro.
No.
And he's fighting off this fucking like little alligator, bro, because it has his dog, and he ends up getting his dog back, bro. Like,
Really?
the dog. He throws his dog. He like launches it. Doesn't set his fucking cigar down. He just keeps it in his.
No
like,
way.
smoking. It's funny. as
Homie
fuck.
probably from Florida.
Yeah.
Homie
if
probably
he's
from Florida.
that- if he's that tough.
Homie probably from Florida, dog. But yeah, man, it was a dope trip, man. It's always when we take a week off, bro. I feel like I haven't seen you guys in fucking bajillion years.
Yeah.
How was the week off, the pod? What'd you get into, Jason?
Good. It was good, bro. Actually, so a couple artists that I'm recording. One of them shot a music video on Sunday that I helped kind of get into the boxing gym.
Did you DJ?
Nah, we had him acting though.
Oh,
Dude,
shit.
I was, bro.
Yeah, we had him
I was
acting a little
coaching.
bit. Yeah, he was
he let her pull
he was the
up.
corner man.
All right. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday it was a private listening party for another album I produced, bro. Yeah, so it was cool, man. It was
All
cool.
music.
All music,
Yeah.
bro.
I fuck with
Keep
that.
pushing forward. One of the homies says a brick a day, dog.
Man, he sounds like a
Yeah.
smart guy.
He is, bro.
He's got his moments, probably.
He runs marathons.
Yeah, he runs gators and shit now.
Did you know that he cold plunges on the internet sometimes? He's got a gator wallet.
Yeah.
I should have pulled up with some gater boots, dog. That
You
would
should
have been
have.
gangster as shit.
You should have been
right?
like, I got that.
Yeah.
Got that
I
bitch.
got him.
Look at that shit.
I got him.
I got a wallet for everybody in the pod, some new boots. We running it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
besides, and hopefully you guys get this reference if we got the beginning of the podcast, besides getting the Beyonce One Country Music Artist of the Year bag, Len Words, what'd you do this week?
What did I do this week?
Yes. While we had the time
man.
off.
Yesterday I directed Gladys Knight. That was fun. At
Oh
at
yeah.
Islam.
What?
That was
Hold on,
cool.
we ain't just
sick.
gonna brush over that.
Yeah.
Gladys Knight?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Can
Yeah.
she still kill it?
She can still really, really sing.
Uh-huh.
She is definitely an older woman. So
She
she's
what,
like
in her 70s, right?
80s.
80s.
Yeah.
Still out here
yeah,
doing it?
still touring. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
dope, bro.
It was cool to see. Definitely like probably one of the last times I'll get to check her out.
Uh-huh.
But it was cool. It was cool. I was taking pictures and sending them to my mom because I knew she.
Was it the inside theater?
Oh yeah.
Was it
yeah,
packed?
yeah. Yeah, it was full.
That's
it was
dope.
all the way full.
That's
yeah.
dope.
Yeah.
So what did you do?
I directed it. I cut the live video and shit. So if you're in the venue, like what you're watching on the screens, if you cheaped out on your tickets,
Hey,
I made sure you still got your money's worth.
hey. Should make some noise for that. Shout out for landlords looking out for the people that didn't have enough for the good seats. Because that is important.
It is. Yeah. So I just I cut the shots and then I tell the guys like what to frame and how to move and they do their thing, and that's it.
Nice, bro.
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
dope,
that's fun.
bro.
Yeah.
What else? Did the class last week?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then I was working like a convention for like pop culture.
Oh
out here.
really?
Yeah, just
I was about to
regular
say, yeah,
shit.
you probably loved that. I know how much you love pop culture.
Well, I'll say that the conference attendees liked having us around.
Did
so,
they?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
where
Somebody
you
somebody freaking stole one of our projectors while we were setting it up. That was
Albuquerque
terrible.
activities,
Bro,
my dog.
right out of the Marriott, not throwing them under the bus because it wasn't their fault, but somebody was like Scooby-Dooing us. Like while we were setting up, we
And
had
they
all the
snatched
shit.
it.
Yeah, and he's like sneaking in the rooms and we're right. So when they saw the footage, they were like, bro, everybody walked right past this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Al-
he snatched one of our
Albuquerque
some of our gear.
So that's where you got that Beyonce bag. Okay. It's
I
all
had to get
starting
it back,
come in
man.
clear, dog.
I had to get it back.
It's all coming in clear, dog.
Yeah.
So we'll circle back to that. The Grammys. We didn't get to talk about the Grammys, really.
I don't know anything
I
about
didn't
that.
even- Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
well,
watch it.
because, bro, who the fuck cares
Cares.
about the Grammys? Like, realistically, like, honestly, bro, we haven't cared about the Grammys for a long time. I will watch, like, every other year or something like that just for the performances.
Right.
I do want to see some of the artists perform.
Yeah.
Right? That to me is dope. But I stopped putting stock into who walked away with the fucking
The awards.
the award a long time ago.
I used to really want to have an Oscar. I don't really think about that anymore.
Do you think there's more validity in the Oscars than the Grammys, or you think it's the same?
I think they're all the same.
Two wings
think-
on the same bird.
I think the way the industry works with the paparazzi and the content that they're building and all that stuff, I think they design all of it to prop up their own stuff. Like, yeah, they vote for it. Absolutely. I think there's genuine voting and there's actually like a way that you can promote something. But there's probably some, pay for play happening, and it's probably still a nepotism thing on some level. And honestly, there's so much other stuff that comes outside of their world that they don't account for, that you can't really say it is the absolute best of anything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Especially with music. Movies is probably a little tougher because movies you actually need that bread to get the production rolling. But with music, like, you can make music anywhere.
You can make a hit on your phone.
Exactly. So at this point, I don't believe that what the Grammys are promoting is always going to be the best. A lot of it has some sort of agenda with it, and I don't support that at all.
I
don't-
agree.
Yeah, anybody that's trying to tell me that a half naked black woman is like the best representation of what black women or black people are doing in music, I'm not buying it, like, at all. Like, I really cringe when I see that.
So did you always? Because I know that's where your mindset has been since, for a long time. But
Yeah.
did you always see it that way, or did you used to like see it through the lens that they wanted us to see it through?
I think I used to see the Oscars as a little more like a meritocracy. The Grammys I kind of always knew, but I remember when hip hop wouldn't be televised.
Yeah, I know.
So from back then, I was like, this is some fuck
Bullshit.
shit. Like, they're not even listening to what we're doing.
No.
Or I wasn't an artist then, but I'm watching it and I'm like, damn, man, like, they're not even letting us get on the broadcast.
Yeah.
So from then, I was just like, Grammys, I don't know.
You know what's funny? I still get it's interesting because I still hip hop's this thing of ours, dog. Like it's our generation's, it's ours.
Yeah.
Right? So there's this level of pride still for me when they give us some sort of like, I feel like we're still fighting to get in the door, right?
Right.
So when I see hip hop get like recognition on like a big level, it's interesting because I still feel that like, oh man, they're finally paying attention. They're finally
Yeah.
letting us get our just due. And I think that's why a lot of people were so upset with Homegirl at the Olympics, fucking breakdancing like a fucking dumbass. Like no regard
The
for the
Australian?
culture
Yeah.
You
whatsoever.
think that's why they canceled it? They're like, no,
Well,
we're never doing this again.
Well, because I feel like there's a lot of people that, bro, like
There's so many
this
breakdancers
bro,
they could have used.
Hip hop, the culture, this just saved my life, dog.
Yeah.
Like, and I know people, they're like, oh, don't be dramatic. It really fucking did, dog.
Yeah.
I didn't have an outlet, bro. If I didn't have hip hop to pull me out of some deep dark, fucked up places, I know for sure I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So I hold it in a different place in my heart, dog. I really do. So when we get that, like, it's interesting because they used to not pay attention to us. They used to not broadcast it on TV.
Yeah.
I remember
They wouldn't play it on the radio.
no, they wouldn't play it on the radio.
They wouldn't put it on the TV.
My
nothing.
dad, bro, when hip hop first started, and I mean, I was like instantly there. It was like,
Yeah.
this is ours, bro. This is ours. This is mine. My dad, and he went back on this statement years later, but he told me how could it be real music if there's no award shows or awards for it? Right? That was the thought process.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
dad told, and
That makes
brother,
sense. I mean,
this
like,
was
you
like
know.
1990. I was like
Yeah.
5 or 6 years old or some shit like
Yeah.
that. And he told me that, and it stuck with me. I'm like, fuck that. This is real music. Fucking, what the fuck are you talking? I was pissed, right? As pissed as a fucking 6-year-old could be. I went to my room. I'm moving. You know them fake cries.
He did the Boys in the Hood, just punching the air.
Me and He-Man are out of here.
Yeah. So like years later, though, my dad told me, he's like, man, you know what, John? I was fucking wrong. He's like, now everybody's copying hip hop. He's like, you can't throw on a country record and it don't sound like a fucking like a hip hop record.
Bro.
Yeah, for
Rock,
sure.
it bled into everything, dog. It steers the culture.
I have a homie who hates like the country rap. He's all
Really?
fuck them. He's all they were never talking about smoking joints and this and that. And they were talking shit about it. But now all of a sudden it's cool to be cruising in their truck on their dirt road
Yeah,
smoking.
dog.
It's
But
like
they were smoking.
They were.
So it's
And-
like,
I
why
know,
they
I
acted
know,
like,
but-
yeah, it's like, why they acted like they were.
I think you had to kind of look for, like, country's been around for a very long time, bro. I'm at the end of the day, bro. This shit's all blues.
it's all blues.
It is all blues riffs. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Country, hip hop, rock, don't care. It's all blues riffs. That's why Ray Charles was so fucking good at what the fuck Ray Charles did. He made some of the greatest country records of all time.
Yeah,
And
for
he
sure.
made some of the greatest blues records of all time. Some of the greatest R&B records of all time. Man, make some noise for Ray Charles, dog.
Yeah.
And that's the
That's
argument I always had with my dad, too. It was a generational thing, though, dog.
It was.
So everybody always, and you know, I know Elvis made some good music. I'm not taking away from the things that he did contribute to music, because he did. Okay, he did. The King.
Well, see, okay.
The King. How you gonna be the King when Ray Charles around?
But this is my issue with the whole giving of awards for creative output. It's like, yes, on a certain level, you want to like herald what's good, and you want to, you know, shine a bright light so people know, hey, there's brilliant artists out here. They're doing great work, and there still are. I'm not discounting anybody who won anything recently. What I'm saying is, there can become this perception that it is not valid if it does not have that. And if it's not a complete meritocracy, which it can never be, then it's not, you can't really say it's ever the best. Like, I listen to your music more than I listen to other stuff. You know, a lot of times I'm listening to the stuff Jay's producing. That's what I'm like geared towards now. It's like, I like catching new stuff that's in the pocket that people haven't heard yet. And I've always kind of prided myself on like, oh, you ain't up on this. Oh, you ain't up on this.
yeah.
Like that's
a good feeling.
Those are the best conversations to have.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff that gets promoted, and back in the day when it was Ray Charles, if Ray Charles was pining to get a Grammy, I think that would have signified something more valuable than if Sexy Red is getting a Grammy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's a different level of artistry and like contribution
to the art form.
Yeah, to the art. That's a whole different level of an artist that I can't say you both are Grammy Award winners, so now you're on equal footing.
Because they are absolutely
It's not the same.
I know music's subjective, but come on, dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Sexy Red compared to
Bro.
Ray Charles, that's
Right.
like, yeah, no.
And I don't know if she won a Grammy or something, but I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah.
I seen this other video. This chick's like, she's all let's go through and compare lyrics from 90s hip hop to today's hip hop. And she
Yeah.
goes, I wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm hungry, but even worse, I'm looking for a purse to snatch, right? And then she finishes it, and then she goes, okay, let's go to today. Woke up, pop a perky, popped another perk, And that's what it was, bro. That was like the first
Why is
fucking
Dom
bars.
laughing so hard?
Because Dom likes that
Because he listens
song.
to that shit.
That
He's
song's
like,
ringback
perky.
You know, but that goes to show, and I think that proves your point where it's like you have Ray Charles who should have a Grammy, or I don't know if he does or not. But then
I'm pretty sure he does.
If not,
Then you got
yeah.
someone else who doesn't bring that same quality and that same type of music and message to the listeners, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
But they have the same platform and they get the same recognition.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, see, my whole thing is because I'm not a purist to the point where it's like everybody has to be like super blackety black and you got to uplift all the people every time you drop a record. Like, I don't need that. But there is a certain level of songwriting and craft that is levels above. And some of these people are skating by because the engineering is so awesome and the production is so awesome. It's like,
And the writers are so awesome.
Yeah, and the writers
The
are so
team.
awesome. Yeah, the team is great. And you're just the face of the team. You're the packaging.
Yep.
So it's like I'm honoring a Nike swoosh because the shoes are dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're just the additional thing that they added to it, but you're not the actual thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that like when I see certain people who are winning things, and I'm like, was it really the best? Yeah. Was it really?
I was talking to this artist the other night, bro, and he was playing some beats, and it was like it was dope. And I was like, shit, what did you call this, right? And he called it Yop Stick or some shit, right? And I was just like, oh shit, okay. With like, and he starts like rapping, and I was like, is that's what you're gonna do? He's like, nah, I don't know. I was like, is that the energy you're trying to put out there? Cause like, again, bro, look at Pac.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is how many times did he talk about his own death, his own demise? You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're putting that shit out there. People fucking test you on it.
Oh, and energy's real, dog.
Yeah.
What you put out into the ether
comes right back. Yeah.
Bro, it's like Amazon next day
Cause and
delivery
effect.
sometimes, dog. Sometimes overnight, brother.
Yeah.
Right at your
Sometimes
doorstep,
instant.
knocking.
So I asked him that, and I was like, is that what you're trying to put out? And he's all, no, not really. And
Yeah.
I was like, sell that beat, dog.
Yeah.
Sell it then. Like,
Or change the name.
Man. See, bro, that shows maturity and growth as an artist, which is a perfect segue into the conversation I know we need to have.
Okay.
Who listened to the Drake project?
Not it.
1, 2, 3, not
it. Okay. I listened to it twice.
Wow.
I know.
You must have loved it.
It was fucking amazing. All I gotta say is,
This shit's whack.
all I gotta say is, pay my respects to your padre, mi amor.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take his
No, disrespect. Don't ever say it again. We start over.
That's funny.
So, okay, listen, bro. I went into this project wanting to like it. I really did, bro. I went into this project not trying to be on the whole beef stuff. Beef's done. Let's see what this dude has been cooking and promoting to drop since about October. Okay. And I went in really wanting to like it. I really did. And the first record, I'm like, okay, cool. We might be off to a good start here. And it just kept falling flat for me. It really did.
Wow.
As somebody who's listened to Drake's music since fucking MySpace days, yes, I said MySpace and DVDs on the same podcast. I don't give a fuck. My biggest issue here with Drake as an artist, it's not all the other bullshit, all the beef stuff aside, okay? Let's put all that stuff behind us. We're not talking about that. This man is 40. Okay? He's 40 years old. And his past 4 projects for me, and I say this for me, this is my opinion, he has shown zero maturity and growth. There's no substance in, okay, I'm not going to say no. There is a very, very minimal amount of substance in his music, okay? As someone who's his same age, where is the growth, dog? Pause. Where is the maturity? Where are the records that are necessary? If the whole back end of your catalog is just, I'ma fuck your bitch because I could fuck your bitch, fuck all my exes, you fucked my ex, but I fucked her first. What? That is about 85% of what his catalog has become.
Yeah.
And that's about 85% of this record. So I'm sitting there like, who is this for? Because it's not for me. And that's fine. That's fine. But as a 40-year-old artist, the biggest artist in the world, and I've said this before, I feel it's your obligation to put stuff out in the world that matters more than just I'm gonna fuck your bitch. Mm-hmm. I mean, those records could be there, dog. I ain't mad at those records. Sometimes you just gotta fuck someone's bitch, bro. It is what it is. Right? I ain't mad at it.
If you Drake.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it, right?
Probably gonna happen.
But that, for me as a grown-ass man, dog, that should not be 85% of your content.
Right.
85% of your subject. And I think that's why he had that's why he ended up losing the battle.
And speaking of that, I think that gives him an opportunity to really to show, like, fuck it, dude lost, right? Dude took shot after shot after shot after shot. The fucking John Jones elbow, you know what I mean? He kept taking shit, and it's just, now, does he learn from it, and does he put out that music to where it's like, without like saying, I got my tail between my legs or whatever, but how does he grow from that? How can he put out music that says, look,
I'm a grown up now?
Everybody players fuck up too.
Yeah, I'm a grown. See, okay, so
I don't think people would have bought it.
But see,
they would have discounted it if he did.
You think like soon?
Yeah,
like,
I think people would have been like, "Oh, now you conscious."
But see, this record didn't do
a reality check, dog. A reality check.
This record didn't do
something.
what his other records did already.
Not
right?
him,
The sales aren't already where they're at.
Yeah.
Okay, what for a Drake record? I mean,
Right.
it fucking sold almost fucking 300K. For anybody else, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But for Drake, that's a significant difference.
Yeah.
Okay. So the back half of what was the last album, Dom? What was the last album you did? This is for the dogs?
Was it that one?
Oh, for all the dogs. Okay. Go back and watch the episode. I said the same exact shit.
Yeah.
Where's who is this artist? Where is your knowledge? What have you learned here? What are you trying to put out into the world? Mm-hmm. Then he dropped that back half, them new 5 records.
Yeah.
You guys remember how fucking dope those were? Mm-hmm. Those were bangers, dog.
I remember how excited you were about
You
it.
remember? Exactly. Because that showed like that he can do it. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. And again, bro, I'm not going to share on anybody's artistic expression. This is my opinion and what me being a grown-ass man, right, that has lived life, what I want to see from artists that I hold at that status, that we hold at that status, obviously.
I wouldn't be surprised if that album, most of those tracks were like
Throwaways.
Not throwaways, but they were
In the tuck already?
Yeah, they were like on the side, ready to go. The whole beef shit happened. They might have got put to the side even more. So now, not saying they're dated, but now they're dated because after all the drama and all the
context has changed, yeah.
everything just changed, bro. So now it's like, yeah, they do sound like throwaways or leftovers or whatever.
It felt soulless.
In Drake's, where he's at now, like, that's his audience. Like, why would he sell if, especially after the beef, Kendrick, the beef brought so many young people back to, like, both of them. Mm-hmm. Why? And he still has, like, that grasp on that audience. I don't know why he would, like, he has the rest of his career to do the grown-up music.
I'm not.
A few more years.
He's 40 years old, man.
I'm about to say he's 40 years.
He's 38.
He's 39.
Okay.
He's about to be fucking 40. He's a fucking grown man.
38.
He's
Okay.
a grown man talking about, I want to meet your padre, mi amor. What the fuck? This man lost a fucking battle and made a song called Give Me a Hug.
You gotta listen to it.
Give
If
me
you would listen to it, you
a
understand.
hug.
He's telling you what he needs.
He needs a hug.
Bro. He needs a hug, dog.
And again, I really did go in wanting to like this R&B Drake album. I did. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't have a soul. It's very soulless.
Are his people still around, like his parents? And
Yeah,
all
his
that?
mom and dad. Yeah, I mean,
They're
but
both around?
They're both around. Yeah.
Are they like? Does he have any like deep cultural roots or anything? Because I know he's like child star actor type, so he's been in the biz for a long time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his culture. Maybe he doesn't have what you're talking about because he's not rooted in any of it.
But we've seen glimpses of it.
Have we though?
On some of the records, yeah. I mean,
Where?
go back to Marvin's Room, okay?
Okay.
I mean, I know what he's talking about in there. He's like, listen, I'm drunk. I'm going to pull up and fuck the dude you're with, right?
Yeah.
But there's like a I hate to use the word vulnerability, but that's the word I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
There's a rawness, there's a vulnerability to him as an artist in that era. And that was his second album, dog.
That
Yeah.
same album, the song "Look What You've Done," where he talks about his mom and like growing up and how he has to take care of her and how he took care of him and everything. So
That's what I'm saying. Okay,
Yeah, but
that's
I mean, if he's this parentalized child and now he's an adult, but he's like the leader of his family, so to speak, but he's not rooted in anything deeper than what he brought to the table because his family was. That's what I'm saying. It's like
okay.
he represents the best of what his culture is, but his culture doesn't run as deep
is that.
as what Kendrick, for example,
more shallow.
represents. It's
Yeah,
just
okay.
not. It's just not like it's not as deep. He's the example of what when you have a split family from different cultures, because his mom's more that side and his dad's the other side, and you're in Hollywood making money. Like, you're not rooted in what most of what your listeners' examples of life has been. Like, he doesn't know anything
It's not
about
that
it.
yeah,
So
okay.
he can show vulnerability. And we all know what it's like to get drunk and have sex with someone you don't care about, or, have your heart broken or something like that. We know that. But the introspection, the look at, like, a lot of that comes from your OGs, from, your big mamas. Like, you need those people in your world. It doesn't sound like he has them. He sounds like he's the OG of his family. So he doesn't have anything else to offer.
You may have a fucking point there, bro. And circling back kind of to Jay talking about the beef, I don't want anybody to get it twisted because I will always give him this for sure, right? This motherfucker stood toe to toe with him and he was swinging.
Yeah, he ain't back down.
He didn't back down at all. And like I said before, Family Matters would have cooked 99.9% of any other artist that would have came at him. That would have been it. Nail in the coffin. Just didn't work. He was going against a fucking demon. Right?
Yeah.
That was on demon time. It was ready for all of it, right? Say Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he stood there. He went at it. He went at it with him, bro. For better or worse, he stood his fucking ground. And that is hip hop. Now let's pivot a little bit.
Okay.
J. Cole just dropped a fucking banger. He's rapping his motherfucking ass off.
Is it one song or is
You
it
think,
an album?
you think J.
Okay.
Cole and Drake are still cool, or do you think there's?
I
like,
think
you
J.
know
Cole
what?
I don't
probably.
think any of these people are really.
I don't think so
friends.
either. It's
Yeah.
that Hollywood shit.
Yeah.
I think maybe Cole wants. I don't think Drake probably feels as much as Cole wants to be cool. Go back to that Port Anthony or Port Arthur or whatever that song was, right? But this record, Cole's rapping his ass off, like we know Cole can do.
Yeah.
That's why, as a fan again of J. Cole, been listening to him since fucking Friday Night Lights and way back, bro. When he bowed out, damn, bro, I'm a hip hop purist. Oh, this is a sport, bro. Kendrick said in the beginning, keep the gloves up, dog. Let's run a friendly fade, right? Moment you start talking about my kids, my wife, and all kinds of crazy shit, then we can really go there, right? Cole backed out before any of that could happen,
Yeah.
right?
What's he got to
What
hide?
would have
Yeah.
been right? Would it have been 2-on-1 if he didn't back out?
Might have been.
It would have just been them.
Might have
them
been
versus
Drake. Yeah,
Kendrick, and then it's like
it might have been them versus Kendrick, right? And then would have been a whole different situation. But Cole is more, to me, Cole represents more of the hip hop culture than Drake does. Okay?
Okay.
So you would expect him, with all the stuff that he had said before and how he's carried himself and how much of a student of this craft he is.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Pen sharp, blade sharp, let's run it, right? He has the ability to, dog, this new record he just dropped, he's rapping his motherfucking ass off, but nobody ever questioned that, right? Everybody thought, oh shit, now Cole gonna get in this motherfucker.
He just didn't
Here
have the
we
heart to do
go.
it.
It just wasn't the artist that he is.
Yeah.
And that's the conclusion I've come to. And it does bother me a little bit as an artist and as a fan.
As a fan, you don't understand like why he did it though. Like
No, absolutely not. Because the argument you're making is not hip hop.
he says it in the song. He's talking about they're paying people to
I
push it, fake streams.
don't
He said that's not this rap
care.
beat. That's not what I'm getting into.
Then why did he drop 7-minute drill?
Because he thought it was gonna be that. Found out what he found out, took it down, was like, all right, I don't want to be a part of this. This
So
isn't what I thought it was.
that's hip hop to you guys now. Your generation is I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring and I'm gonna tuck my tail and run away.
Isn't it cheating though? That's not a rap beef.
Cheating.
To buy out people, buy out companies to put.
Doesn't matter.
push
What's the
narrative.
better record? Who has the better bars?
Family Matters. I'm telling you, that still slaps.
You think that's the best song out of the entire beef? You're gonna put that over fucking Meet the Grams? You're gonna put that over the one that was on Instagram, 616 in LA or whatever the fuck? Sorry.
I'm with you, Dom. Family Matters is a better song than a lot of
Like I
what
said,
Kendrick did.
yeah, it is.
Like if they didn't pump Kendrick's records in your head so much and tell you so much that they were dope, would you really think that?
Yeah, I knew Family Matters was I knew Meet the Grams was diabolical the moment I heard them out.
Yeah, but it was utterly forgettable.
Even
And-
Drake says the West Coast one. I would like that if you weren't talking about some fake
Bro,
shit.
and Euphoria too. I'm sorry, they didn't pump Euphoria like that. And when I first heard Euphoria, I didn't think it was it.
But that's the thing. Like, I mean, all of this stuff, I don't remember it that well. Like, it's not, none of it sticks as much as, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat mutt. Like, different
For
era,
sure.
different time. That stuff stuck more to me. This stuff, I promise you, man, like, that Family Matters was harder than everything but maybe one of the records that Kendrick put out. And Kendrick put out the Coffin Closer, though.
But the beef records in the whole scheme of them, right? Drake's just weren't it compared to Kendrick's. If we're comparing all of the records together, put them
Yeah.
all together.
Yeah.
His monstrosity fucking Heart Part 6 too. We're gonna put that in there, even though he deleted it. It just wasn't enough.
You didn't think that was good?
Fuck no.
That was the one with the AI, right?
That was a Tupac one. I thought that was
Oh.
clever.
I thought that was clever,
I
too.
thought that was clever.
I like
did.
that one.
I did. And I guarantee that did piss Kendrick off because he got Pac on there, right?
Yeah.
But we're not even talking about that anymore. I'm talking about Cole, okay?
Okay.
So, that's the narrative.
Stop bringing up Drake,
That's
Dom.
the narrative that everybody wants to say. Everybody wants to push the narrative that Cole seen the writing on the wall and the bots. How long has this man been in the music industry?
Oh yeah, he made
Okay.
raps about it.
Listen, how long has
Talking
he been
about
doing
people
this?
faking their streams.
So you mean to
He
tell
already
me
made that.
after he drops a diss record, all of a sudden he knows that there's bots and shit, and I'm gonna back out? Fuck no, dog. Sorry.
Okay.
About pedophilia and all kinds of that.
Well, see, this is okay. See, that is why I feel like he backed out. I think he understood that the content was going to get a lot darker and a lot more serious, and I don't think he wanted to go there with other black men. I feel like
It's
Cole,
a battle.
It doesn't matter, man. Like, there's a certain level of, because look, what has been proven about Drake? Proven.
Proven?
About
Criminally prosecuted?
Oh,
Has he
bro.
gone to jail? Has he been prosecuted?
Okay,
Anything?
let's go back to any beef ever. What was proven from KRS-One? The bridge is over.
The
What
bridge was
proven-
over.
What was proven about? You think Nas really fucking busted on Jay-Z's fucking baby's car seat?
I think Tupac really
You,
fucked Biggie.
you feel what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, this is battle, right? This is
Yes.
battle raps.
Yes.
What's proven when it was Daylight versus whoever in any battle that's ever existed,
Got
right?
you.
These are bars,
Okay.
okay? Get these bars, dog.
Okay.
And that's where it was at. So for me, again, going back to Cole and being a huge J. Cole fan,
Okay, can I, before you make the point you're making, let me just ask you a question about what you're talking about. If you yourself were involved in a rap beef and someone was accusing you of anything that you knew was completely horrendous and false about you, but you were like, it's a rap battle, I'm gonna let you talk your talk and I'm gonna get on the mic and keep it on wax. That's where you're coming from?
my take is
Because I've known you a long time.
my take on this. So my take, he already knows. My take on this is I'm not really going to insert myself into a rap beef unless I know that's what it is.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not going to insert myself into
Because
the
people
sport.
people don't
Into
keep
the
it as
sport
Yeah.
of let's battle each other.
Right.
Because when I first got my start rapping, that's how I got my start. I was
Right.
battling everybody I could come across. I was talking wild shit, and so were they.
Yeah.
But it's the sport. This is the sport
Got
of
you.
hip hop, okay?
Yeah.
Now, Engaging in a beef like down here in Albuquerque or
It's
some
a different
shit,
thing, yeah.
brother. That's a different conversation because that's gonna get real.
Yeah.
That's gonna spill into the streets. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick said, "Let's run this friendly fade.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this for the sport of hip hop." Drake talked about his wife not being his or his kids not being his. He hit his fucking wife.
So if that's the
It was off
case,
to the
then why?
races.
So if that's the case, and Cole knew that that's how Drake was going to move, and he already knew Kendrick, once the gloves are off, and he was just like, I'm not getting involved in this shit.
Then why drop 7-minute drill?
For the sport.
That's always. But if you're not, you can't.
Did he drop it before?
He dropped it right. It was right in the thick of it.
And what was the
Yeah.
worst thing that he said on there, though?
Didn't really say shit.
Yeah, wasn't that the one where he was like, kind of like,
He's like, your last album was a dud, and then but then he went on stage. He's like, I love all your albums. Like, it just wasn't.
like it's a diss, but it's not really a diss. It's like I'm a fan, but
Yeah,
it's like I'm
but
comparing your work to your other work.
Wasn't what he thought it was going to be.
That's what I'm saying though, and
Why
that's
get
not-
into it at all?
That's not hip hop, dog. What the fuck are we talking about
Paying
here?
people to like a song and promote it isn't hip hop either.
Bro, what are you talking about? They've been doing payola on the radio stations for fucking 75 years.
Not like this. You got every.
What are you talking about?
No, it's
What are you talking about?
It's been far worse.
Payola's
It's
been going
far
on
worse.
far worse.
They've been buying houses, cars,
1,000%.
bitches,
And
vacations.
So
They've been
you're,
doing it for
you're
a long
talking
time.
about this, but it was cool when Drake was doing it to Meek Mill. Now all of a sudden it's a problem when it's getting done to Drake. It's no fun when the rabbit's got the gun, right?
I mean, I'm not protecting anybody in this. I'm trying to dissect why J. Cole can't contribute the way he wants to contribute and why you're disqualifying him.
No, I'm not disqualifying him.
Okay.
I'm like a father disappointed
Okay.
because I think the way Drake stood against Kendrick, right?
Okay.
The way he held his own,
Yeah.
man, dog, if Cole would have really strapped up them boots, laced up them gloves, it would have been a different summer entirely.
And you think Cole could have knocked out Kendrick?
I think
Because
he
you
coulda-
do think that he's a better rapper.
I do think he has the rapping skills,
Mm-hmm.
the producing skills to have put some
coulda
fucking
made
dents
it.
in that armor, dog.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think so too.
I really
I think
do.
so too.
And Cole told Dre about Kendrick. Like that goes deep.
I really do. But again, this is a sport, dog.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
a-
a competition,
Yeah.
right? This
Yeah.
is a competition. When did we shy away from the competition aspect of it?
I feel like a part of, and I'm projecting because I don't know the man, but I feel like Cole, there's a part of him that is so consciously aware of what's going on in the industry that he knows how these men and their legacies can be affected by a beef. We've seen it happen where it got way too extreme and way too hood, way too street, where it got violent. But even when it's just records, look at what it did to Drake's bargaining position when it comes to contracts
yeah.
and stuff like that.
He's
Cole,
toast.
yeah, Cole's probably like, I don't want to burden. Like, I can give you these bars, but that might stop your great grandchildren from having an opportunity because I cut your money just by being
I
more
agree.
clever with you.
I agree with you. 1,000%. I'm right there with you, Leonard. Why?
Do it at
He's
all?
been in the industry. He's not a new artist, dog. He's been here for years, bro.
Yeah.
Why do it at all then?
That's what I'm saying. Is
I mean,
Why do it at all?
you guys are saying, so why would he put it out? Why would he go out after and say, I mess with both of your guys' musics. I respect both you guys. You're laying out the timeline. Drops that song, still had respect for him, says it in there, and is like, all right, we can have like friendly competition, top 3, let's go. Finds out it's about, not what it's seeming up to be. They're paying whatever, backdoor, whatever. Anyways, then he finds out that the subject matter Kendrick and them are going to talk about, and is like, all right, this for sure isn't what I'm about. I thought this was I told you guys, I respect both you guys. This is not what I thought it was going to be.
but he still was
Still
in it.
Drop the record.
Like he was still in it.
What are you talking about?
Like I get like where you're coming from because I understand and I wish people could see your hair right now because I think they would know that this is how Drake fans look.
That's my point. That's what I always go back to. All that's cool, fine and dandy. I know, bro. You've been in the record business this long. You know what's going down. You know Kendrick. You know Drake. You know the machine, dog.
Right.
Why even start? Why even drop the record?
Well, I mean, I would say is because people like you and people like us would not know his position on any of this, and we would be forced to speculate if he didn't say anything on record. Because he's not going to pull up his phone and just like, hey guys.
I would have preferred a record where he's like, look, bruh, y'all go ahead and go at it, dog. The reason why, and I think you're talking about legacy, right? Mm-hmm. I think him backing out of the beef is gonna do more long-term damage to his legacy than him losing the battle.
Maybe. I doubt it.
I don't see that.
You don't think people are going to always look at J. Cole as the one that backed out of the beef? The only person in hip-hop history, top 3, they're up there at the biggest the climax of their career, and he backed out of a beef that he already dropped a record for.
I think that's always going to be something.
That's what I mean, though.
But I don't think it's going to be, like, detrimental to his career.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I think it'll be a footnote.
Yeah.
He's going to drop another album here.
But don't you think it's more damaging than if he would have lost? Than just straight up lost the battle?
Nah, because he could have went out like cannabis if he lost.
Out here reading his lyrics at a battle?
Nah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's a certain level of losing that people like Ja Rule, where it's like you have lost credibility and you can't sell anything else.
That's very true.
And it's like, I'm not going to risk that.
That's very true.
Just because these other two guys are going to take this to a place where I know I don't want to fight that way.
That's very
I'm
true.
using 12-ounce gloves.
And
y'all got them Sixers.
And
I
guess,
y'all are bare knuckle brawling over here. It's
12
like,
ounces.
it's different.
Well, and see, again, it's going back to how much I respect Cole's ability to rap.
Yeah.
That motherfucker ain't no joke, dog. He ain't no joke.
Yeah.
And I think he knows what he's capable of. And that, that type of shit, it may just not have been what he's going for. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I mean,
doing the battle might have damaged him even more.
I see all that, and I still ask the same question.
Why?
Why even
why did LeBron ever dunk in a game if he wasn't going to do the dunk contest and win?
He said,
he could have won.
Everyone telling him.
And if he lost, it would have been detrimental. But he didn't want that L on his record, so it's like, well, LeBron you could have won the dunk contest, But some people say that Jordan's his accolades are superior to LeBron because of some of those other things, like the dunk contest.
But
because of
LeBron
those
never
moments.
pulled up to a dunk contest,
and
strapped his shoes up, and said, "I'm about to get out here." Well, hold on. No. Y'all go ahead and do it. That's a little bit of a difference.
I got you.
And again, I'm saying this from a point of knowing that J. Cole could have given him the business.
Yeah, I think he could have cooked like Drake pretty easily. I think him and Kendrick, it would have been more closer to a draw, but it would have been a war.
Battle, bro. It would have been a fucking war, bro.
Yeah.
A war like we've never seen. And that's why no matter what happens.
That's what you want.
That's why no matter what happens, I don't care what side you land on, you gotta give Drake his flowers, bro.
If they did end up beefing, would it have been East versus West again? Because that's pretty much what it was. Because I don't think he's from New York.
He's from Fayetteville.
He reps New York.
He's from North Carolina.
I don't know that people would have fallen for that.
He's not street.
The same way.
Cole's street enough.
If they're battling, they're beefing.
It's always
like what Johnny wants to see.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
if they were beefing
East versus West Part 2.
I want to see good competition.
East versus West and North.
Yeah. That's why no matter what, dog, you got with love or hate the dude, wherever you stand on it. You got to give Drake his flowers because he gave us what no one expected, bro. Really, honestly, I didn't. I really didn't. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. He ain't gonna respond to this. He's gonna turn this into like Pusha T. Yeah, and he went in, dog. So no matter what, from a hip hop standpoint, wherever you stand, because even I think it was Mos Def was talking about. He's like, Drake's not hip hop, but whatever. Whatever. Wherever you land on it, whatever. What he did was hip hop like fuck.
Yeah,
he stepped in the ring. He took his fucking L and moved forward. And I hope, as someone that has listened to his music for a long time, I'm keeping hope that we're gonna get a 4.44 from him one of these days.
I would like to see that, but again, I don't know that he has the influences around him that are encouraging that type of growth.
Music.
Well, just personal
That
growth.
type of growth, yeah.
Yeah, because
I
that's
see what you're
personal growth that you got to go through to put out music like that.
You got to have a Jay that's like, hey, bro, is that the energy you're trying to put out?
Yeah, exactly. But you do.
That's what
You
brought
really
us
do. You
full circle in the
yeah,
conversation.
exactly right. You do need somebody that, like, while you're recording it, who's just like, is this really what you want? Like, is this really it?
You slip showing.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Slip showing, dog. Slip showing.
But I feel like I don't know if Drake's fans are ever going to demand that, because his fans largely a female demographic, largely younger demographic. They partying. They're still, to the end of time, they will, they're going to have to blow this motherfucker up before American
18
children
to 26 is party time.
That's it. Yeah. So if that's the pocket that he's just going to stay in, and he's just going to keep lobbing anthems into that group, and that's all he ever wants to do with his music, then so be it.
When is it going to go, this dude's the old guy at the high school party?
He is. He's already that. He's already that. But
who let Timmy's dad in? It's like, you ever seen that movie Project X?
Yes.
You remember the old dude that's there playing beer pong with him?
Yeah.
That guy, bro.
But,
that's fucking Drake.
When did you graduate? 1990.
Yeah,
Right.
you graduated 1991.
When Drake stops coloring the grays out of his beard and he starts looking his age,
yeah.
that's when the young girls are gonna like, why is he singing about having sex with me?
He needs to get the same dude that
And that's
colors
gonna-
Eminem's beard.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
Eminem. I don't know where he got that stuff from. He got that Jason Kelsey
He
like
got
beard
that Fat
kid or
Joe.
something.
He got that Fat Joe spray on, dog. Not even what?
Enhancements is what they call it. I'm sorry.
Enhancements.
The
He's an
enhancements.
enhanced individual.
That's funny. I think 50 posted it clowning him. Well, I think it was Busta though.
Oh, yeah?
He was clowning Busta because Busta had like that shit sprayed on. And
Oh yeah, bro. He was going in.
So you got a 200,000 in chains on you, but
Yeah.
you got the spray. You're rocking the spray paint
Yeah,
or some
man.
shit
Bro,
like that.
I'm glad you brought up 50. I feel like we should talk about 50 a little bit here.
do it,
Okay? Man, that motherfucker is the epitome. I'm going to take this shit to the grave,
Yeah,
dog.
Beef King. Oh yeah, man, that shit would got it.
Bro.
Come on, man. Well, but if one of y'all tried to get me hit,
He was,
I will hate you.
to the grave,
I
bro.
will
You be over
permanently.
there smoking.
I feel like 50
I don't
had
like this
that.
shit at all.
50 had that post in the holster for like a year. He was waiting,
Smoking
right?
that Gotti pack.
He was ready, bro.
How did Gotti pass away?
I think
he had a stroke.
I think he had a stroke, but I think it was because of diabetes.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
I believe it was diabetes. He was still young, dog.
Yeah, he was.
It's like 60s,
Yeah.
right? 50s maybe even.
Eating this American diet, man, it's sad.
Well, they're pumping us all kinds of fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
they
it's
want us to eat poison.
chemicals, man. It's
They
not
want
even
us-
food anymore.
No, bro,
it's not even food.
They want us to, the
terrible.
fact that most countries won't even like take our food on their shelves should say a lot.
Yeah,
Well, fuck it. We'll just get straight into some serious shit. So we'll go into this motherfucker. You think RFK is gonna make enough waves to change the food for the better?
I think there will be more options, and I think they'll end up doing a lot of what corporations often do, which is like they don't take accountability, but they pretend transparency. So it's like labels might change. You know, you'll be notified, but I think the sugar lobby, like, come on, man. Like
Too
if
much
you
money.
own you own sugar cane fields and shit, and you pumping sugar
I know
into
he wants to
America.
stop like the food coloring.
Yeah.
Which is good, you know,
yeah.
but the fact that they're adding food coloring to food that's not food
Yeah,
is kind of a beside the point. It's an off-point argument. It's like we're not even talking about real apples anymore.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
Next time you guys go to the store, just go look at anything. Turn
Yeah.
around, look at the nutrition facts. See how many things go down to the bottom and
Yeah.
says bioengineered.
Oh yeah, bro.
Go, bro. That shit
almost
is
everything, man.
Almost everything
Yeah.
says bioengineered. What the fuck? Like, bro, single ingredient whole foods, bro.
Yeah.
Everything me and Don were talking about this yesterday. Everything we need is here on
Yeah.
the earth, bro. Everything we need to survive. Someone, I don't know who it was,
Yeah.
but fucking genius, decided to monetize living on planet Earth.
Yeah.
Right? You ain't gonna grow that shit. I'm gonna grow this shit. I'm gonna sell it to you. You don't need to grow it.
We're
I'm gonna grow it
gonna
better for
make
you.
it.
We're gonna make it, and then
Bro.
you're gonna pay me to make it, and then you got to work for us to make it.
Yeah.
Bro, whoever came up with this concept is fucking crazy.
Well, you're welcome.
That-
And
you're welcome.
Bro, I seen this shit. You know those ice cream cones? What the fuck are they called?
the actual cone.
The actual cones, and it comes
Oh,
with
yeah.
like the
Like
ice
the
cream
waffle
and
cone
it's,
or the-
yeah, and it's covered in the chocolate. What are those called?
Yeah, they're like
I
the
don't know,
dip
the-
cone.
like the
Yeah, I know what
dipping
you're talking
cones.
about.
or whatnot.
That's actually not even real ice cream in that bitch. If you leave it in some of those, if you leave them out, it stays like that. It's
Ugh.
not, it doesn't melt. There's no ice cream.
Ugh.
Really?
Yeah, I seen.
Oh
I seen
my
something on
God. Nah, man.
there. And so seeing that shit, I'm hoping some
Yeah.
shit changes with this food.
It's
shit,
gonna
like
have to,
this.
man.
And it's so easy. That stuff's cheaper and easier to do. Like the
What,
microwavable
like
stuff.
healthy food or
No,
the bad
the
shit?
bad shit.
Yeah.
The bad shit is just
Which it shouldn't be.
It's so easy. You know,
Yeah.
like going back to the trip. Okay, I eat typically good a lot, but when you're on the road like that, you know how
tough,
difficult
man.
it is to eat good.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
I had McDonald's breakfast twice.
Bro, I
felt
only have
horrible.
McDonald's. I only eat McDonald's breakfast when I got like a road trip or something. It's just like, oh my God, why is it so
I
convenient?
was
hate
sluggish
it.
the
I hate
entire
it.
time.
It's the worst.
You're almost better to
Yeah.
go to a 7-Eleven and get an apple and a banana.
Yeah.
But that's probably fucking bioengineered shit
Yeah,
too.
for sure. It's sprayed with something.
If they got that shit in 7-Eleven, probably sprayed with something, dog.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, I hope you know that we can get some.
Do you
changes.
think RFK is gonna?
I think he wants to.
Uh-huh.
I do genuinely think he wants a healthier America.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know.
Whether they're gonna let him
Be effective
make,
or
yeah,
not.
be effective.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, they've already done like the normal shit where they try to discredit him and make him look like a pussy hound, and you know all the other stuff. And it's like that's the first step, is to make you look bad so people don't listen to you.
Yep.
But now that he's been confirmed, and it's like, well, shit, that didn't work. Okay, so now we got to take it a step further. It's going to be a lot of bureaucracy and like slow rolling any changes that he could make or something like that. It might take 5 years or whatnot. So we might not see the positive effects now.
For a while.
You know what I'm saying? For a long time. But my issue is just with the options of what you can like have. The fact that governments tell you that you can't collect rainwater, there are like limitations on you growing food in your own. Like, we at one point had victory gardens because we were at war, so it became a thing where the government was supporting people growing food on their own because there would have been famine in America. They don't do that now. Now they're like, better, cheaper, faster. You can get, you know, some dry goods in a box and store it on your shelves, and you know,
those MREs.
yeah,
bro.
the MREs. Yeah, but that's essentially what they're giving
Throw
us.
that shit in the
you know?
microwave real quick.
Yeah,
with some
microwave
plastic.
it. Yeah, it's crazy to me. So for me, the more I eat just better and healthier options, the more it's like you start to feel lighter, you start to feel more conscious and awake, and then you start to realize, oh, this is what they're trying to stop.
Yep.
They don't want you to be feeling that,
No,
feeling
dog.
good.
Alive, awake, and
Awa-
healthy,
Yeah.
and paying attention.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
strong.
Yeah, no doubt.
All that shit happens, and they make it super difficult and they don't want to push that narrative either.
When you think
Right.
about it, bro, anything that's the right way or good
Yeah,
is harder to do.
Right.
Like, you know, growing organic.
Takes more time.
Yeah, growing organically. Not wasting water, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and recycling, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's all these extra shit that way more steps than it's just like, fuck it, just throw that bitch out the window while I'm driving.
right.
Oh yeah.
just let the faucet drip. It don't matter. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, or whatever. But it's so that's why we're at where we're at with all these fast foods and microwavable foods.
That
and
convenience is
driving.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Convenience store.
yeah.
That is the word right there. Convenience. Convenience does not mean healthy. 9 times out of 10, it usually doesn't, because it's not convenient. It's
Yeah.
not
Well,
convenient
it's
to have to
convenient.
grow
You
your.
can get your gas.
Yeah, yeah.
A loaf of bread, some milk,
Exactly.
Yeah.
and cigarettes on your way
All in
home.
this,
Yeah.
and maybe an apple or a banana.
Yeah.
But it's not convenient to have to grow your own crops, right?
Right.
It's not convenient to have to pay attention to what you are eating.
Mm-hmm.
It's not convenient to have to cook all of these meals. That's not convenient. It
Yeah.
takes time. Convenience is, let me open up these Jimmy Deans, pop open this plastic container. I'm gonna throw this bitch in here with this
Yeah.
fake ass egg and this
I
fake
remember
ass
that.
cheese.
Yeah.
Commercials look cool. I'm like, you know what? Fuck yeah, those look good. And you get them, and I'm like, what
It's
the?
a gray ass
Movie
patty,
magic.
bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gray ass
Eating
patty.
cardboard,
That
bro.
cheese. Oh,
It's nasty
so
work, dog.
disgusting,
But it's
bro.
but it's convenient.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Dean. You just hear him
And
talking.
I
Jimmy
think
Dean.
that's why we've had so many, like, an uptick in some of these just crazy diseases.
Oh yeah.
In our
Oh, yeah.
and you go back
For
to
sure.
like you know the Gen fucking what was the one before Gen X?
Gen Y.
No, what do they always
Boomers?
Boomers. There we go. I was looking for the
Boomers.
word.
The
The boomers. Their food was not our food.
No, not at all.
What they were eating was not
Dude,
what we're
yeah.
eating,
No
dog.
way, bro. My dad grew up on stews. Like
Yeah.
that's all they ate because it was just like vegetables, some noodles, random carrot. You know what I'm
And it
saying?
was all
It's
single
just
ingredient
shit,
food.
Yeah. And it lasted them because I mean, you know,
Yeah. So yeah.
it's soup, bro, and
Yeah.
motherfuckers are broke.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
he-
soup is a great
was-
solution for that. Yeah, it's perfect.
It's
Yeah.
for sure, bro. It stretches. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So like you said though, what we're eating is not
No.
their
Not
their
even
food.
close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you got you know an uptick in depression. You got an uptick in anxiety disorders. You got an uptick in autism. You got an uptick in all this stuff that
Yeah.
doesn't really look like it was around as prevalent 50 years ago. Right?
Well, that's when they were just. I mean, not 50 years ago. Probably about 70 or so, 75. That's when they really started to get it started with the food pyramid and all that stuff. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
when they really sold out to the corporation.
I remember that.
And it was just like, hey, we're gonna give you bad advice.
Remember the pyramid they used to have in
move-
class?
Yeah, so we can move this shit the way we want to. Yeah, it's 6 pieces of bread a day.
That's crazy.
6 to
business.
11.
You want me to,
It was like,
you want
what
me
is
to down this
this?
whole glass of whole milk and some cheese
Yeah.
for breakfast? Oh man, I feel bloated. I can't move around. Wow, you just had a giant glass of whole milk and a fucking brick of cheese.
I mean, just breakfast on its own is just a stupid fucking idea.
You know,
Most
I
of the
never eat
time.
breakfast,
Yeah.
Well, when you think of the word, right? You think of the word breakfast, break, fast.
Yeah.
You know, break your fast. Okay, so you probably shouldn't be breaking your fast at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
If you went to bed at 9,
Yeah. Yeah.
you should break your fast closer to lunchtime.
Yeah. And you shouldn't be breaking your fast with a donut.
No, dog.
It's fried. It's
Hell no.
fried cake.
You mean I shouldn't break my
It's
fast
fried
with these
cake. It's not-
with these hot Cheetos?
Yeah.
What about these blue Takis?
Yeah.
Them blue Takis.
Blue Takis.
Blue.
They got blue ones.
They got blue
I ain't hit
Takis. Yeah.
They selling them. They
those
selling them
Takis
like
are
dope
so
boys. They say we got the
disgusting.
blue tops.
I got the blue tops. We got the red over here.
Got the blue tops.
Hey, again talking about the trip, bro. I ate like shit.
Yeah.
The first day we got there, there was nothing open. The only thing was open was Taco Bell.
Oh yeah.
I haven't had Taco Bell in 15 years.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Wow.
I know.
Now
I
you know-
remember
now
because
you remember why?
you're 100%.
Also one of my favorite New Mexican
I
restaurants.
am right next to Ojos Locos. I remember why is because it was right around when Johnny was born. So I kind of I can do the math, and so I pull up. I'm like, all right, we got to get those fucking Doritos Locos, right?
Yeah.
Because I like Doritos. Man, Taco Bell is not it, dude.
Oh yeah.
That shit is the fucking chalupa.
Uh-huh.
You think maybe it'd be it? I don't know where they're getting that chicken from. I don't know where the fuck Taco Bell getting their chicken
Every
from.
now and
It's
then
not
I'll hit
chicken.
that Taco Bell like for a quick lunch.
Is it
bro.
true that they?
Nah,
I've seen people talk about it that the beef is powder and they add
Yeah.
water to it and
Yeah,
it turns
it's not. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
That's not
And
how
they
God
add,
intended
and
it.
they add fillers and stuff to give it texture.
God did not
it's
intend
not-
for us to
it's
throw
not
water
chicken,
on the
it's
cows.
not beef anymore.
No.
Yeah,
No,
like
no.
even, and I hate to say it because I really like the flavors at Wingstop. Not real chicken.
Not real chicken.
I love Rick Ross. Not real chicken. You serving, brother.
Oh, you fucking eating groundhogs and shit.
I know
Fucking
it's again it's like
turduckens.
chicken flavored product, like cheese, like Kraft cheese, like
That's
the slices
fucking
is
disgusting.
cheese product. It's now chicken product.
wild.
It's meat product.
That's disgusting.
It's not the actual thing. It's the flavor of the thing and the texture of the thing, but it's not the thing. So you could go kill your own chicken or your own hog or your own cow, and you could eat those, and they would actually be beneficial healthily because there's actual life and there's actual like living exchange happening.
Transaction.
That's real. The rest of this shit, man, we are eating plastic, dog. Like
Yeah.
most of the time, we are eating plastic.
You see,
And
they did a study.
it's terrible.
In a bunch of men. I was like a bunch of cadaver men and a bunch of cadaver dogs. They found about 95% of them had plastics in their testicles.
Wow.
No way,
Yep.
really.
It's because of the cups we use. It's because of the. You know what made me really start
Thanks a
thinking?
lot, Johnny.
Thanks a lot, bro. There's plastic in my testicles now. It's because of the cups we use, and it really brought it to my attention like about 2 years ago when the cup of noodles was like finally microwavable safe. I went,
I've been microwaving this
what
my
the
whole life.
fuck? I went, hell no. What the fuck y'all talking about? I've been microwaving this shit for 35 years,
Yeah.
bro. Now finally safe? That's crazy, dog. So I started thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, really do the math and think about it in your head. If you think
Yeah.
about it like logically, we probably shouldn't be putting them Ziploc plastic containers in a fucking microwave and reheating the leftovers.
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't even be storing leftovers there in the first place,
Yep.
right? Same thing with those Keurig little cups of coffee. They come in plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, that's boiling water. We're putting
yeah.
boiling water into plastic to filter. You mean to tell me there's not any plastic particles that are getting in that coffee?
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
When I'm lazy, I actually cut those open and pour the
Smart.
grounds into my French press.
Hey,
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, because the French press is steel.
Have you
So
seen the
at
ones that
least-
are like now more organic? They're like they're
Fuck
not in plastic.
no.
I don't trust those ones either.
Yeah,
I'm like,
good.
nah.
I ate somewhere that had a one of those paper straws.
Those are disgusting.
Angered me.
Bro,
Angered me.
the
I was
texture,
very upset.
Bro, the texture of using one of those
Yeah.
really upsets me. And look, I'm all for saving the fucking turtles, dog.
Yeah.
Let's save those motherfuckers. But can
Not
we
me. They
come
gon-
up? Can we
nah.
come up with another way?
Yeah,
Like,
they can learn
another kind
karate
of
like
straw-
all the rest of the turtles.
Evolve or die, dog. Hey, right?
You guys
All
remember
right.
like a long time ago they were doing a lot of stuff with like jeans. They were making like pencils out of jeans. I
Like
think.
with Levi's?
like out of that jean
Material?
like the material. Yeah, you guys remember?
Nah.
That's
I almost
crazy.
I almost think they had a straw too. That's why.
Really?
That's why I
A
brought it
jean?
up.
Bro,
Nah, bro.
I don't know.
dog.
Denim
I might be
straw?
tripping,
Let me
yeah.
find out Bruce Springsteen out
That
here
was a
drinking
cool
out of
dream,
a.
bro.
Let me find out.
Let me smoke another one.
Let me
No,
find
but
out Bruce
they were making all
Springsteen
kinds of shit, dude.
out here drinking out of a denim straw.
This is like I don't know, 12 years. I was
Springsteen's.
young.
Yeah.
The first time I used one of those fucking paper straws, we were in Cali.
Yeah.
And I hit that shit like it was a regular straw.
It was just falling
And then by the end, bro, it turns into like little particles.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't, honestly.
Have you seen those ones where you could drink out of the river because it like cleans them?
Yeah, you want to be the one to test that?
No, I mean
Yeah.
someone already
Okay.
did, dog.
Yeah, I know. Every time I see those, I'm like, that looks fucking awesome. Man, I don't know if I'll do it.
Yeah.
They even have like the cups though too. You feel?
I like the cups because they're
actually.
actually based on like real science where it's
Yeah.
like this is actually how you clean water. Okay, got it. That's cool. A straw?
The straws creep me
I
out.
don't know, bro. Like again, it's the convenience factor. It's
Yeah.
like, what am I
Yeah.
taking off the table to save some time?
And it's usually the ones that are like advertising. It's like some giant roided out Caucasian man with bald hair down there in a puddle. Like,
Yeah,
look at this shit. There's oil in here. I'm gonna drink this shit. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you ain't selling me the straw, bro.
Right.
I ain't doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
You're
So,
good, bro.
I hope so, bro. I hope people want to be healthier. I hope this is at least brings up the conversation to people that aren't even thinking about it before. Because I
Yeah.
know we've always thought about this. We've had conversations about this shit for years. I think it's bringing the narrative into people's living rooms that normally wouldn't think about that.
If they had healthy fast food, would you buy it?
Yeah, man, if it was healthy.
No, okay. So let's say there's a fast food restaurant that you could go to that had, you know how they got the hydroponic gardens in the
Yeah.
like containers and shit like that. It's just a couple of containers. You could go there, get a salad. You can get like fruit nuts,
be
like all
fire.
that stuff. All that fresh water, like because they got the water machine. All that.
Slaughter the cow out back.
If it's meat, like it, maybe
Makes
they
you
don't have meat.
vegetarian.
Maybe it's only like vegetarian. Maybe they, like produce the fruit, vegetables locally right there. Anything that they don't sell, they get it out to the farmers market, stuff like that, and it's all produced locally. Would you actually patronize there? Would you actually support it?
Sign
and go there?
me.
Yeah.
Because I've heard so many people
Sign me
say
up.
that, man, if there was anything better than McDonald's open in the
Well,
middle of the night,
Let me.
I would rather have that.
Yeah, I would.
You guys ever heard of Los Poblanos?
Poblanos?
Down there in off of Rio Grande, in between
Oh, yeah.
Montano.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they
Oh,
do.
the farm. Yeah.
the farm. No, my cousin actually works there, bro. But that's pretty much what they do. They have a big ass selection where they, you say whatever your plate calls for, they go out and they pick it. fresh. They'll pick it right out of there, bring it back, and cook
Fire.
your food, bro.
Love it.
Yeah.
I wish everything was like that.
See-
I think it's how we've been raised, bro. Like that, we're consumers, right? We're the consumer generation, like crazy, bro. They got us with commercials. They got us with all the shit. We got it. You brought up Nike, bro. I'll fucking squabble up with somebody over Nike versus Reebok. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
But
I don't even know why.
no clue, bro. But you see McDonald's and its ease of use. It brings up nostalgia. It brings up the play place. It brings up when we were kids. Oh yeah, the nuggets, they're cool.
Yeah.
It's not real chicken, but whatever. It's $10 for fucking 35 of them. I think it has to be a balance of a price as well, because people think that some of these places that are like all natural, organic, like all these places, farmers markets, I think a lot of people have the narrative in their head that it's too expensive, and some places are. Some places are too expensive.
It is expensive to eat like organic.
It's a high buy-in price, but you got to ask yourself this, right? Would you rather pay now and live longer and healthier than have to pay that same amount for your cancer treatments or your diabetes when you're in your fucking 60s?
Okay, so here's because I see the point you're making. I think that's true. And to those people who question it, I would ask them, have you ever gone to a really good pizza restaurant after you've eaten Domino's or, like some Little Caesars or something, and then you go to like a Village Pizza or a place where it's like fresher ingredients, you eat less.
Yeah.
You're more filled and you're more satisfied with real food. This fake shit actually puts you on a wheel where you're dissatisfied and you're always chasing this hunger pain because it's time to eat, it's time to eat, it's time to eat.
And your brain functions different too, because you're not actually getting
the nutrition
that the real food.
It's all the added, and it's all the preservatives. It's all the extra sugar. You're literally detoxing from the sugar. Your body wants it. It's like more. Whereas like lately, I've been on a more high protein, stricter diet. Right, I'm full for way longer, bro.
Right.
Way longer. If you're not taking in a high protein, close to whole diet, you're gonna be hungry throughout the day. You're gonna be sluggish. Your brain's not gonna work correctly. You're gonna, by about like 2:30, 3 o'clock, you're gonna be like, fuck, I should have a granola bar.
I mean, I think that's true if you haven't acclimated to fasting also, because I think that's another, there's another part of that where it's like, you'll just eat less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us are eating because it's time to eat, not because we're actually hungry. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not actually like, when I go hang out with Jay and I look in his refrigerator and I see it's empty, I'm like, this guy has got it figured out.
Yeah. this motherfucker
He's fasting.
Hey, there's some beer in there.
Sometimes you gotta get them extra calories in, dog.
Come on, don't do me like that, dog. Come on.
Hey, you know what beer they were drinking out there in Daytona? And I was clowning on it, but I realized it was like their beer down there. It felt like Taylor's like, yeah, we drink that down here. No.
Bush
Light.
Bush
Light.
That's right.
Yeah, Bush Light.
You don't hang out at Busch Gardens.
Hey, and it's funny.
You ain't never been to Busch Gardens?
Taylor even told me, she's like, yeah, this shit tastes like piss, but everybody drinks it down here. Bro, I was like, Bush Light?
Yeah.
I thought Bud Light was bad.
Bud Light is bad.
No, it is,
but Busch Light is worse.
What
It could be
what is
worse.
that other one that's like below both of those? Natural Light. Do you guys remember
Bro.
that?
Natty Light, yo, fucking
Fucking
on,
Bird.
Bird.
I'm sorry to this fucking guy. One time this motherfucker walks into my fucking hotel room. We have been partying all night, right? I'm hungover like a fuck.
Hit you
This
with that 30
motherfucker's
of the
knocking.
natties.
He's all, want some of this fucking natural light? I was like, what the fuck? He's all, the trick is just to not stop drinking. Then you won't have a hangover.
See? That's a ballast. I
was
got you,
fucking
Vern. That's
done.
Dude,
Vern be thinking, man.
And he was wide, bro. He was going, dog. He's like, you want? I got a tall boy with one of these natural lights. So like, I ain't drinking that shit. Fuck you doing?
I'll do the hangover.
That is some funny shit, bro. Hey,
Back in the day, that's all we were able to get our hands on before.
yeah. It was Budweiser for us. Every time we would do a beer run, it would be a 30 of some Budweiser.
No, we bought it from the homie's older brother. He had him in his trunk in the middle of summer.
Damn, that fool would sell them to you? Nasty work.
Here is
So,
the
yeah,
worst,
nasty work.
man.
Especially hot natural light, bro.
I know, dog.
Talk about tasting like piss. God
Yeah, that's
damn.
gross. You know what's pretty nasty too, though? Is hot Corona.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Especially once you get down to the bottom of that shit.
Yeah.
No, sir.
No bueno.
Bob,
Yeah,
no. I don't really fuck Corona anymore at all. To be
No?
honest with you, Modelo time full. Modelo is just high grade Corona. It's what Corona wishes it could be.
Really, Modelo? You like
Fuck
Modelo
yeah,
that much?
Fucking fuck with Modelo, tough. Not the Especial, the darker one, right?
Oh.
I like it. Oh yeah, motherfuckers in
Well,
Florida. Hey,
then.
I could tell he was in Florida. The regular Modelo, bro. I like that one definitely. It's my go-to, and Corona used to be. Halfway down that bitch, that shit tastes like fucking ass.
Dude, like recently it has been like I don't know if it's the premieres or whatever it is.
The Coronas?
The Corona premieres.
Yeah.
But they're
I
not.
don't like 'em.
It's not the same.
I don't
Man.
fuck with them. Yeah, I used to dig on the Coronas, but yeah, I'm not.
Y'all ever
Not a
really,
fan.
y'all ever really fuck with OE back in the day? Back in the
Nah.
day?
Nah,
for
I
real?
was- nah.
You didn't go through
I
your
didn't-
OE phase?
No, because when I was a kid, I wasn't drinking. So
Damn.
I.
Well, all right.
Oh,
Glenn Words.
judgmental?
Oh shit, dog.
I'm just talking about me. Nah, I was on that Drake time. I was trying
Yeah.
to fuck bitches, but
Get money.
nah, yeah. Hey,
Whoa.
Hey, good thing the mic wasn't close to Vern.
no, I
Hey,
wasn't.
No.
But no, I didn't really get into drinking beer until I was almost in my 30s.
What was
Like, I
your
just
go-to when
didn't.
you first started?
When I first started drinking or drinking beer?
Drinking beer.
Drinking beer, I think it was like Coronas.
Corona?
Because
'Cause
those
you were
were
down
like
here
entry
already.
level. Yeah, they were like basic bitch beers.
They're like
Yeah.
the Starbucks.
Yeah,
They're
exactly. The Starbucks of beer. Yeah.
So
Mexican beer.
So,
Yeah.
so then what's above like what? So there's Corona, Modelo. Is
I'm
there
just
anything
gonna
above
say
that?
almost anything that's imported versus our beer here. Right?
Yeah.
Tecate's good Tecates. Fucking Vern, man. This motherfucker needs a mic, dog. Inside joke, dog. Fuck, Vern, what was I saying? Oh, Imported, I'm going to put over about 90% of our big beers down here.
Really?
Yeah, man.
You
Fuck yeah.
disrespecting American beer?
Man.
American beer?
American.
What else is American?
Like, you got Budweiser, you got Coors, you got Michelob,
Coors.
you got fucking Natural Light, you got
Natties.
Old English. Like, you got
PBR.
PBR. So, like, they're decent, but most imported, like Stella.
Stella. I was about
Come
to
on,
say,
dog.
bro, that's a good one.
Imported
I like
is,
Stella.
I mean, but you know who?
I think
Alejandro
that's-
got me
I think
drinking
that's gonna be my
Stellas,
new
man.
go-to, bro.
Them Stellas?
The Stellas, yeah.
Alejandro had me on
They're
them
fire.
Stellas, and Ryan had me on the, what are the brown ales? I forgot what they're called. I forget. But
what's
another import.
fuck, man, I'm trying to think of it. What's that one from Boston? Sam Adams.
Sam Adams.
Sam Adams is pretty
It's-
good.
Sam Adams feels like it should be a micro beer, right?
Yeah.
It feels like something that would be down here, right?
Uh-huh.
That's where you're gonna find the better beer. You're
Yeah,
gonna find
in
in the breweries,
Right.
Right.
Got you.
The mass-produced stuff. I mean, even the imported stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna go towards an imported beer versus the American, right?
Really?
The Budweisers and the Michelobes and the Bushes and that stuff. But I did have an era where all I drank was Old English. I thought I was fucking cooler than the other side of
Really?
the pillow. I used to be able to slam a whole 40 of Old English
I met a dude
and
who
then shit myself and go to sleep.
I met a dude one time.
That's crazy.
I met a dude in like a class I was taking, and we were hanging out, and he was like, "Man, I'm gonna go get some beer," and he went and got a Mickey's. I stopped hanging out with him.
Oh, bro. Everybody that drinks Mickey's has red skin.
Nah, bro, you drink Mickey's, man?
Yeah,
Get
look.
the fuck out of
Hey,
here, man!
look how red his skin is, dog.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey,
You, one of us.
hey.
Nah, bro.
Mickey
Mickey's,
Bombers?
nah, man, no.
You know what?
Malt
Fuck.
liquor on
Hey,
any
malt
level
liquor,
is wrong.
bro. That's the devil, dog.
That is horrible
It's the
idea.
devil. Hey, when I first drank, I didn't even
Y'all
know it
tripping.
existed. The homie's like, "Oh yeah, you could chug a whole thing of fucking Old English, a whole 40. You ever had the high gravity?" The high gravity Old
what is
English,
that?
bro. It is fucking malt liquor on steroids, dog. If Superman drank a malt liquor, it would be Old English High gravity, dog. They make this shit for Thor, bro.
He can't jump over the buildings no more. He just walk around.
That shit is diabolical, bro.
Nah,
Old
man.
English is no joke, bro. For my birthday one year, one of the homies brought like 4 of the 40s, and I had just got a job at Mattress Firm, so I started it the next day, and he was trying to get me all like faded, bro. He ended up getting so fucking faded, bro, that by the time I had to leave, he was like outside in his car, like crying. He's all, Jason, don't leave me.
Oh,
like,
man.
I gotta go to work, my
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what the fuck is going on here,
I don't know
bro.
what you're talking
I was like,
about.
don't let this motherfucker drive home, but
Yep.
that's Old English, bro. That's the last memory of Old English. And I'm
Nah,
Yeah.
I've never done the malt liquor, man. Like I've tasted it, and I was just like,
No, it's gross. It's
not
bro,
for me, man.
Fuck, bro, this is gonna sound awful, dog. I was 14 to about 16 was
Yeah.
my old English era.
All due to Ice Cube.
Bro, I was a little
the commercials?
fucking kid.
Yeah.
Hey,
Bro, no,
Old
you know
English
what?
had a mixtape.
I'll bet
Let's
you-
be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
They had
No.
a fucking mixtape for Old English,
Yeah.
I'm
dog.
gonna say it was probably
English.
because of fucking Menace to Society.
Yeah, that too. Give me
Oh,
a pint
St.
of
Ides.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
the St. Ides. Yeah, man.
Tupac had a St. Ides commercial too.
Yeah, man.
We won't get into that one though. The advertisement he had when he's laying in the fucking tub with all the
Yeah.
jewelry around him.
St.
That made me never want to drink
They had
St. Ides
Nate
ever
Dogg.
again.
They had
Never
Nate
seen
Dogg
that
singing
shit.
St.
You
Ides.
never seen the picture of Pac
Shit.
laying in the fucking tub with all the jewelry? He's naked and it's like, get a St.
Walk to
Ides.
the
I was like,
corner store,
I ain't never
you
drinking
know
St.
what I'm
Ides ever
looking
again.
for.
Yeah.
St. Ides. Y'all remember that shit?
No. Hey,
Go to
I
the
look
corner
at,
store.
I think about Johnny now. This man's 15. I couldn't even imagine him drunk off Old English.
Bro.
I could slam a whole 40, bro. No shit.
Hey.
I remember one time I slammed a fucking 40 All English, bro. I was kicking it with my homeboy Richard. We were up in the Loma, bro. And I was in the corner like, this is you're all I need. And
Talking to it.
talking to the fucking beer, bro. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I don't need nobody. Just, I'm good, bro. Leave me alone. You're all I need, bro. Drunk. 15-year-old. Drunk as shit, bro.
That's sad, bro.
Sad. It was
Oh,
even more
man.
sad because later on that night, me and him end up fighting his stepdad, bro. It was
my
all
God,
bad.
man.
He beat the fucking brakes off of both of us, bro.
He was like, I've been
He was
waiting
like
for y'all to
45 years old. He was
I'm
drinking
waiting for
too.
y'all to jump.
He was drinking
Damn.
too. He threw the first punch. I'm
Oh,
just gonna
did
say
he?
that. He threw the first punch, dog. So it was defense. But he mopped the floor with both of us, bro. That's when I knew old man strength was real.
It is.
Yeah.
Hey, we
It's
were
got
15.
that pride.
Real.
Yes.
You don't need a bunch of hits, just
Yeah,
a couple.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
it, bro. Before we're gonna talk about old man strength before we get out of here, dog. One of the homies, bro. We were working. We were doing construction. It was like a school job, right? And it was a summer job, and we were doing stucco on one of the buildings, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there was this older dude there. He was like kind of like our boss, but not really. He was like our supervisor.
Right.
He was probably like, I don't know, 60, 61, something like that. You could tell he'd been doing stucco his entire life, right?
Right.
And
He
the
was
homie,
stuck.
yes, the homie kept fucking with him, bro. He was being super disrespectful. He was treating him like shit. I was like, damn, bro, why the fuck you don't like... I don't even know his name, but
Yeah.
let's go with Jeff. It's always
Yeah.
Jeff. Why the fuck you ain't like Jeff, right? He's like, I don't know, fuck that dude. It's funny to make fun. He was clowning on him all the time, being
Yeah.
super disrespectful, fucking with him, taking his waters, fucking with his food. This went on for like about a week, dog,
Oh,
right?
no.
And we're working on the stucco it was like a school building there in Grant, so we're doing it, and he hides like his tools, bro, and he couldn't find them.
Oh no.
Couldn't find him. And he starts laughing. And he's like, you take my fucking tools? He's like, yeah, I took your fucking tools. What the fuck you gonna do about it? Walk straight over to him, bro. This motherfucker lights out. He clocked Buddy and knocked him in the next year. I'm talking like he ain't awake still. He's waiting for 2026 to wake his ass up, bro. It was the first time I had ever seen someone knocked out so cold that they snored.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I mean, fucking play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Bro, you're fucking with somebody's tools, dog.
Oh, I was just about to say
That's how he makes his money.
And you're
dog.
fucking with somebody that's done stucco for 50 years. Brother, his fucking forearms are like Popeye,
yeah.
when he eats his spinach. Hey, you know what, though?
Yeah.
I think it was better for homie to get knocked out like that because after that, he was a way better person.
Yeah, I
like
bet.
legit, dog.
Yeah, humility.
He
got
kicked
that
in.
reality check.
It changed his life.
Hey, and it didn't have to turn more violent than
No.
that. Old men
Sweet.
out there, old men out there. Just go to the mall and knock somebody out, man. You know,
He went like, bro, he was.
I think if the boomers had one positive contribution, hey, maybe RFK could do that.
Knock somebody out.
But the fat kids.
Oh, imagine RFK pulls up to school, lines them all up. All right, buddy, get on this. Hey, get on this goddamn. What?
Oh, you ain't gonna do no jumping jacks?
No jumping jacks for you. Yeah, bro, that'd be crazy.
Damn.
Well, he ain't definitely running for president if he does that kind of shit.
They won't let him be president.
Probably not. Probably not.
He's better off hitting these kids.
Fellas, on that note, time to get the fuck up out of here or what? Episode 99.
I know.
Almost 100, man.
Yeah.
We got something special planned for episode 100. Fingers crossed we can fucking make it happen. You guys ready to get the fuck up out of here?
Let's do it.
Until next time, respect the connect. Peace.
Walk to the corner store, you know what I'm looking for.
It's thicker than that.